welcome to Live, Laugh, Talk, the home of real yet wholesome conversation. I'm your host, James Graham, and I'm honored to be in your ear. Because you chose to tune in, I promise to make good use of your time by working to build upon your day. Live, Laugh, Talk is categorized as a motivational and self-help podcast, as these were the categories on the checklist. But I don't know if it truly can be labeled, as we will deal with life issues, human struggles, and achievements. But we will also discuss topics of the day, hobbies, and interests, as well as happy thoughts to conclude our day's podcast. A little bit about me. I'm an experienced blogger and public speaker with a diverse background. I'm a family man who has been a business owner, corporate executive, business consultant, educator, and many other facets of the business world. In addition, I've lived life through its pitfalls as well as its high points. Where the good experiences in life are bad, I learned a lesson, and these lessons I'm willing to share to help others. All of such I will share as an open book for Live, Laugh, Talks subscribers. The question on your mind might be, why start a podcast? Well, first of all, I have a lot to say. I really do. Frankly, I'm loquacious. In addition, my mother, who was an educator, enrolled me in public speaking courses when I was 5 years old. Let me say that again. I've been speaking to audiences since I was in kindergarten. As I got older, I studied the world around me. I saw things changing. I would speak on it through blogs. As much as I love to write, I love to talk even more. As a son of a school teacher, I can write words that reach, but my vocal inflection was missed. I need to speak. So one day, my beautiful father said to me, out of the clear blue, "Have you thought about starting a podcast?" The very first question on my mind was, what does an 80-year-old man know about podcasts? Of course, I wouldn't dare say that out loud, but I did think it. Anyone who knows my dad knows he might be 80, but he looks 50 and his mind is 30. He's so in tune with the world around him and allergic to ageism. He's also my biggest fan, and I'm his. As we talk about fans, I like to give some shout outs to people who are supportive of this endeavor. In addition to my dad, my brother Kevin, who is not my brother by blood, but he couldn't be any closer to me if he were. He stated that this was a perfect thing for me to do in my life moving forward. You see, Kevin was there during 80% of my speaking engagement, and that's a huge number. And he shared in what seems like 100% of my life. In addition, Amy, a close friend of mine, a dear friend, I should say, and a confidant, stayed on the phone with me for hours after I told her of this and shared her ideas, as well as gave me the confidence to move forward. I look forward to convincing her to come on the show as a guest in the future, as her insight is immeasurable. Darius, my brother from another mother. He reached out his wisdom to me in so many ways for so many years that when he said to me, and I quote, wait, he said, "Stop playing with my heart. This is what you're destined to do. This is what life has built you up for." It was encouraging to hear that. And in his Darius voice, which sounds like Barry White, by the way, he said, "Drop that mofo soon, legend." Drop that mofo soon, he said. And he calls me a legend, but God knows that is what we will engrave on his tombstone. He's the legend. And last but absolutely never least, the two millennials of the bunch. The first I'll mention is Camry. She has always encouraged me to use my voice and my talents to help others. I look forward to asking her advice and gaining insight from her, as she's well beyond her years, as if she's been here before. Then I also have Raina. She listens to me when it seems no one else wants to, and encourages me to do this right now. She says to me that you have a way of building others up when they feel torn down. Use that as people need it in their lives today. So Camry and Raina, they bring a young perspective that I hope will urge them to guest on the show. I aspire to get Dad, Kevin, Darius, and Amy to appear as guests as well, to bring their individual talents to this show and be the highlights of your day. Let's talk a little bit about our release schedule. Our show will air 3 times a week. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Shows will be no more than 30 minutes. Please subscribe on your favorite podcast platform like Spotify, so you can be immediately notified when a new episode becomes available. And we're keeping it 30 minutes or under so that you can get back to your family or work, the things you enjoy. Not gonna keep you all day. Now, how will this show be structured? Well, first we're gonna begin the show with a topic of my using. Eventually, as we grow, we're gonna invite topics from you, the audience. So at first, I'll choose a topic, then later on, you'll be choosing the topics. Our first topic will be life is partly what we make it and partly what it is made by the friends we choose. Have you ever thought about your friends can mold your life? Interesting topic. We're not going to get into it right now. I feel eager to jump in. But future episodes are going to also include such topics as how should we measure success? Coping with stress, the meaning of family, as well as a copious amount of topics to delve into deeply, and we invite your feedback. The next segment of each show after our beginning topic will be entitled, How Did We Get Here? See, this will allow us to speak on touching issues that were issues maybe 5, 10, or 20 years ago, but they're staring us in the face now. I think that's going to be an interesting topic for us. And we'll be able to bring in some current events, as well as tell stories about things that's going on around us that just didn't seem to be a few years ago. Thirdly, we will discuss hobbies and lifestyle items that I and you, the audience, would like to consider. My interests are fashion. I love style, clothing, hair, cosmetology. We're going to focus on men's fashion as well, as it seems to be lacking nowadays. I love cars, super trains, ships and yachts, movies, TV, stand-up comedy, motorcycles is a passion. And I'm even more passionate about my pets, specifically my dogs. In case you didn't know, I have 3 who are like my children. We will have fun segments, guests, and videos to share on our varied social media platforms. We also long to hear of your interest through our email, admin@livelaughtalk.com. That's admin@livelaughtalk.com. In conclusion of every episode will be a happy thought to carry with you for the rest of the day until we meet again with our next episode. As we end this verbal meet and greet, please check out our website, livelaughtalk.com. That's livelaughtalk.com. And find us on all social media through the links on the website. This is James and Georgia's baby boy signing off until our next show. We look forward to that time with you.